Cameras are rolling.
Okay.
This is different. I feel weird. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Shut up.
Just
Hold your liquid down.
I know. But you know that they say when you're about to do a performance or something and you're really nervous to hold something hot, because you know how sometimes you can get shaky. I don't know.
I've never heard that.
I don't know if you ever get shaky when you're, like the anxiety and stuff.
Yes.
They say to hold something warm because it'll stop that, or it helps to stop that. Versus holding something cold, because then you start to shiver.
Right. I guess. I didn't think. Thank
Mind
you.
blown.
I'm like, but then how will I know I'm alive if I'm not like riddled with anxiety?
Right.
Jay?
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's fair. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Well, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Right Mind Wednesdays podcast. I'm already forgetting how to start my podcast again. After episode 50, I've just completely...
We're still rattled from that shit, bro.
Seriously.
I can't wait to watch that.
I'm
going to do that. Like, I'm leaving here, going home, and that's
That's
the
what I was
first thing
thinking.
that I'm watching.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
So in case you haven't known, and you're now on episode 51, episode 50 is officially out. So make sure that you check that out. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Jay Faith. We got
Life
and
Kayla.
Back here at the podcast. We got a little new setup here that we're trying to do. Trying to see. I feel like this is just more comfortable. It's a little bit different, but
feels good. Yeah,
feels very good. It's
like
a
we're
little more
chilling in a
comfortable.
little coffee shop.
Yeah, so I feel like it's more
You know what I
spread
mean?
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't feel like we're all just on top of each other on a circular table.
I do. I like that. It feels more like, like chill, like living room. Like we're just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Having even more of a conversation.
Yes.
Which is what the podcast does, making connections through conversations right here at 41st Studios in Drake and Mass. As always, appreciate them for what they do. This is a MOCG media production. Shout out to Brain Earth. Excited. We got a lot of stuff on the way with the Brain Earth, man.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of stuff coming.
Yep.
It's exciting. I'm very excited.
Good.
But we're here, and we are going to completely embarrass ourselves today.
Yeah.
We wanted to kick off kind of the first episode in the new, it's not century, but is there a word for 50 years?
Half century?
Okay. This
Maybe.
Okay, so this goes to explain
Shooting shit out there.
where my mind is right now that I can't even think of half century.
I can't either. It's fine. I was like,
My birthday.
English language, what?
Words? Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's
half
it's gone.
century.
Yeah, half century. To kind of dive into one of the segments that we kind of started in episode 50, or preluded to, I guess, and going back and just kind of divulging some older lyrics, some of the things that we used to write, maybe some things that are a little embarrassing or just not the character of who we are today, or just, we've just grown a little bit and gotten a little better in our
But we honor that part
in
of
our writings.
ourselves.
We do. Because we get to look back and actually realize that we grew from those places. Yeah, I'm super excited. I got a whole. I probably won't get through.
I'm already
all that.
embarrassed.
Look at that.
I came here like pre-embarrassed. Like I walked through that door and I was like, Jay, I'm already embarrassed. Like, let's go.
It's like I haven't said a word yet, and I'm
embarrassed.
scared. Big money. Yes. I was gonna say something. All right, I'm gonna say it. It was the perfect length that I needed. Pause. Okay. Moving on.
I'm holding back. We're filming.
Yeah. Oh, what is happening? Episode 51.
Are you?
This is.
Do you want me to call tech?
This is life. Not life,
What's up? Oh,
but.
damn
Yeah, we were having that conversation off air. Every time life gets brought up in a conversation, he's always self-conscious that it's going to be him that they're talking about when they're
really talking
just
about,
talking
like,
about real life. Like, I love when artists put life in their music. Oh, you like me when I'm on a feature? No, like actual, like their own real lives.
Is that something that actually happened?
No,
I don't know.
Oh,
Just going off the cuff like that.
Just completely off the cuff.
Yeah. A few people do bring up, like, if we're talking about, like, L.I.F.E, like, they'll be like, oh, hey,
Yeah, but
that's a joke. But
you're going first. Is that what you're gonna ask?
I don't know. I don't know where we wanted to start.
I'm like, you're going
I
first.
went to the very first page.
Very first page. Let's see.
Very
Let's see.
first
Hold on.
page.
Oh, are we? So we're not being selective. We're just gonna share. Like, okay,
I mean, whatever you got.
I got you.
I'm open. But I did pick some things that are a little, I guess you could say, meaningful.
How many notebooks do you have?
There's an entire the other backpack that's in my truck. It has probably
That's awesome.
5 other notebooks and probably probably thicker than this
That's
of
so
just
cool
sheets.
that you still
of
have
sheets.
that. I love that you kept them.
I'll be honest, like I keep a lot of lyrics, especially ones that I don't use, and this brings me to a point that I did want to bring up during the podcast, and I guess we're here now, is I may use it.
True.
You know, I there's been songs or verses that I've written for people that, you know, the song we end up not doing the song never comes out. They take forever, and I'm like, this is a really good verse and it needs to see the light of day. So, like, for example, the comeback, the last verse that's on there was in another song, but it didn't go on streaming. It kind of touched SoundCloud, but really didn't get anything major. And I was like, this is a really good verse. So I know some people are gonna be like, oh, like you're just recycling lyrics, but again, like it wasn't like mainstream. It wasn't.
Look at it that way though. Like I think like you said, especially like if it's good and you feel like it didn't get like the traction that you would have liked, then yeah, like why not? Like I always think that's cool when people do that.
Yeah, and if it's timeless, if it's kind of like a timeless line, if I'm like, back in 2015, and then it's like 2025, it may not hold the same weight, but if it's just, real life kind of stuff, why not, just kind of hold on to it. And then too, like, just like we're doing now, just kind of looking back and just being like, man, like, okay, like you've put a lot of work in and you've had like immense growth, from Dom, watch episode 50, to J Faith. Lil Saint is this notebook right here.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Which was a little bit of Christian rap, a little Christian hip hop, and and then it just kind of transitioned into this was like the transition from Little Saint Christian rap hip hop into J Faith first album, kind of stuff too. So it was a weird time because I was working with somebody and their dedication just wasn't the same as mine.
That's tough.
And we were trying to be a duo, and he had lived with me at one point, so like we were constantly downstairs in the basement working on music, writing, create. Like whenever we would have sessions, like it was just like song after song after song after song. Like we were killing it, but his just dedication just at one point just completely fell off, and I still wanted to keep going. And then the people that I was working with at the time, they're like, well, dude, like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I was a part of this duo. That's all I've really kind of known as far as chasing the career. Early Dom was more just the writing pieces of it. But the duo was more of the, really trying to start releasing music. We were recording music. We bought the microphone. We bought the super cheap Icicle interface, type of thing, and we were trying to record and make music off a GarageBand. Huh?
What year was that?
That's like 2012, 2011 probably, because that's when him and I met, because he actually got me one of my first shows. It was at like a Christian, it was for his church. They were doing a show, and again, this was back when I was actually writing kind of like Christian hip hop, and I actually practiced with the band that he was in for the church. And they played the backing music, and I performed right in North Common by like Market Basket, Frederick Street, that whole area, right over there. That was my first show ever outside. Cool. It was cool. So yeah, and he was like, "Oh man, like your lyrics are super dope. Like you should make music. You know, do it." And I was like, "All right, cool." And then he sang, and he was a singer, so you had like life, so you can obviously see where that connection goes. He was Spanish, so he would rap in Spanish too. So it was just like a cool like mix of just so many different things. And I was like, "Bet we're gonna like take over. Like this is dope." Yada, yada, yada. But again, to circle back, his just dedication just flatlined. Damn. And, my friend was like, dude, like, what are you going to do? And I was like, I don't know. He's like, you should go solo. He's like, you should just put out a solo project. You should just, if you really want to do this, like, just go make music for yourself. And, 13 songs later, 14 songs later, I'm Still Human came out. And, here we are, 2013, 10 years later, so it's been crazy. When did you start? I know we kind of dibble, but since we're doing a little backstory.
No, I love this. Like,
doing a little backstory.
I first like wrote my like first line when I was like 17. Like I had no clue that I was even gonna pursue music, but I mean, it was just like a here and there type thing. And then, after my first year of college, I just took a stab at it again, and I was listening to like a lot of Drake, Eminem, Kendrick, those people at that time. That was like 2012. I was like 19 at the time. Yeah, I just kept writing. I was inspired off of those people. And then once I had like enough like written, like not even on beats, just like once I had an idea, I just like wrote it down. And I started to show people. They're like, damn, this is really dope. Like, what I'm saying? Like develop a flow and you'll get it. You know what I mean? So I just kept working at it. I developed my flow, and I just never stopped since. So that's where I started.
All right, backstory. Ready, set, go.
Okay, backstory. Let's see. Well, I'm like, where do I start? You can't ask an ADHD person for a backstory. You're gonna get my whole life.
Think. ADHD. Think. Go.
Damn it. Well, ever since I was little, I always thought. Oh, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
No, I was just.
Okay. No, I always thought I was gonna be a pop star. So, whatever. Fast forward to, when this notebook is from like 2011, 2012. I was, how old was I? I think I was like in my early 20s, and my friend group at the time, like, I feel like the universe just did this for me. I don't even remember how I was like, oh, I want to get into the like making music. I don't even remember how it happened. It just happened. And my friend group at the time was like producers, rappers, singers, and just being around that, being in the studio, it was just so inspiring. Like, I feel like I learned a lot. Just watching people like make a song just from scratch is one of my favorite things to do. And it was just so, like I said, it was just so inspiring. And I always felt like a natural affinity to music. When I was younger, when I was really, really little, I'd write poems. Same.
That's where my literary writing started from. I would write poems to a girl. But
that's sweet. Oh, yeah, you that's were where it
started.
It, huh?
That's where it started.
Oh,
but
okay.
Not to take
you
away
little
from
romance
yours.
slayer.
Yeah, man, I was balling.
Like, okay, Romeo.
Yeah.
I'll get it.
So I'll tell you off air what happened to the notebook. But go ahead.
So when I was little, I'd write poems, and then I feel like it didn't turn into like lyrics, which I feel like poetry and music is
it's hand
similar.
in hand.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, I didn't like set out to like write a song until like my early 20s. And one of the first songs that I remember writing, so my friend, who I'm still good friends with him now, he's still making music. Shout out 2 Times, one of the best producers I know. His beats are crazy. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's from Lowell. No. He's awesome. But anyhow, so he made this beat. And the song, because I told you I always wanted to be a pop star, I came up on Britney, so like obviously I was like heavily influenced by Britney, as you will see. So we made this track called Red Alert, and I literally wrote. I still to this day love this song. The beat is crazy, and I think not just because it was mine. I still think the beat like holds up to this day because it's kind of like electro poppy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's definitely
Yeah.
like I could see it. Like when I hear it, I'm like, oh my God, this would fucking bang in the gay clubs. Like this would be fire
would kill it,
in the
yeah.
fucking gay clubs. Oh shit, can I?
You're good.
Thanks. Sorry. Anywho, so I wrote my verse and the hook when I was working at Market Basket. I was working at the Chelmsford Market Basket. And you
Okay,
know how
I
they
got
have
you.
like the garden station outside?
Yeah.
I was working that register outside and I literally wrote that like on receipt paper.
Nice. Yes.
Wow.
Sorry, so long story, so long.
No,
So
you're
yeah,
good.
the first time I actually set out to write a song, I was in my early 20s. And I have to say, I feel like Red Alert was probably like the first song that I actually wrote. I don't know where those lyrics are. I still remember them.
You got them in your
I
head.
do.
But not the physical copy.
But yeah, that was like a beautiful time in life. It was so many great memories, and just to be surrounded by so much organic talent. Like now that I look back, I'm like, oh, holy shit. Like I was really spoiled. To this day, I still feel spoiled in like the talent that I'm surrounded by. But like, especially, you know, what is it? Hindsight's always 2020. You're
Yeah.
like, wow. Like there are so many people just locally, like your neighbor or like you walk
Literally.
by
No,
on
seriously.
the street
Seriously.
and they're just power packed with so much talent, and you'd never know.
You would never know.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's
It's
kind of what I
insane.
love about it.
Yeah, it's always interesting. Like you really don't. There's been a lot of people, especially coming up in the music industry, that I think I'm like, I never would have thought you would have made music or been a producer or videographer. You're either like way too quiet, or I never see you, or you know, just you don't come off as like the lyrical type. And then they open their mouth, and you're like, oh,
You're like, holy shit.
you're like, damn, like
Yeah.
okay, they can spit.
Yeah.
All right, cool. They got that. That's
I
cool.
love that though. And like, I feel like if you really pay attention to who is around us, there is so much
There's so much
talent
more.
locally. Like it is crazy.
Well, now it's so easy to make music too, so everybody has that opportunity.
That's true. I was thinking about that earlier today. Because I feel like most of the music that I've been listening to lately are, and how do you refer, like unsigned artists? How do you even, is that what they're referred to? Like,
Technically, yeah.
Okay.
Unsigned,
I
undersigned,
hate even
underground,
saying that, but like, how about
Yeah,
not
unsigned,
major
independent.
label artists?
independent, yeah.
Okay,
Independent,
independent.
unsigned,
Oh, again.
underground,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, most
Same
of the
realm.
people that I listen to are like independent, and I think it's so cool. Like the beauty that technology has brought us is that anybody can make music, and it's like more attainable than like when I was a kid dreaming of making music.
Right.
Like
You
what?
you didn't know how. You didn't even know where to
Yeah,
start.
like yeah, exactly. But
even know
now
where
I
to
feel
start.
like it is so different. Like, with that being said, that's a whole different conversation. Like of like what a star is and how anyone can be a star now.
Right. That's true.
But I think there's a beauty in it, and there's also a curse. But
yeah.
I think the
I was gonna go
attainability is cool though.
Yeah, I think it's great, you know, that people are able to have that opportunity to create music, because one, it's art in general, you know, so being able to create and do those kind of things, like I think everybody should have access to. That was one of
Same.
the things that I always said, you know, with Right Mind is you never know, almost like what we were literally just talking about, you never know what somebody is capable of. But when they don't have access, like if somebody just doesn't have the money to buy a guitar, but like their brain is just hardwired
Right.
to be able to play a guitar, but they never get to, or they're never taught, or whatever resource they're lacking, that's like hidden talent that has just gone to waste
Right.
because they can't attain that.
Right.
Whereas now, at least at minimum, you know, you can like record music. You can at least sing and record music, and then hopefully kind of at least get a start, and then, you know, hopefully you're able to buy a guitar or whatever equipment. You know, if you're really serious about it, you'll find a way, and, you know, there's always access and resources, or at least people you can reach out to. It's,
Right. It's
even
more
the people
than...
are attainable, whether it's
Yes.
producers, whether it's, you got BeatStars, you got SoundCloud, you got YouTube, where you can find beats, or now you have YouTube, you can learn how to play the guitar. So it's like you don't need to find all those other crazy things, or just cost wise, whatever it may be. The resources are so much more accessible now.
Yes, I feel like it's like way more equitable and like easier now because of that. Like, you can learn how to live your whole entire life on YouTube.
Seriously, anything you want to do. Oh, you want to build a house? Oh, here you go.
Right, literally,
here's a
I'm
4-hour tutorial.
This is fantastic. Like, what did I do before this? I was looking up different like vocal coaches that have like running the scales and like vocal warm-ups and stuff on YouTube, and like that's so helpful. Whereas like
it's all free.
Yeah, exactly.
As opposed to paying like hundreds of dollars for it, you don't need to do that anymore.
Right.
And it's customized. For example, when I use Studio One for recording, you have Studio One, you have Logic Pro, you have all these other DAWs that you can use to make music, whereas before it was just like kind of just one set thing. Now they're like, okay, Studio 1.3 version, volume 5.2, like here's a tutorial on how to set everything up. And so it's more specific to, what you're doing, instead of just, it's all Logic Pro. It's all just, kind of those more higher stream ones. Now it's, Fruity Loops. Now you know how to make a beat. Studio One, more specific to, because everybody's diving into different things, and you can be a pro at. So it's like, no matter what you have or are using, you can be a pro at it, and you can use it well, because people have found ways to do that.
Right.
I see people that have made music straight from their phone, and it sounds like they just made it in a studio. So it's like,
that
the opportunity is there.
Yes. It's like, because like even lately what I've been doing is just like searching out different like free beats on YouTube and just like trying to get into the habit of writing and like having my brain be back in that like cycle and flow. So I've been doing that lately, and I'm like, this is awesome. Like what would I have done if there was no YouTube and like no producers out there like putting like free beats out there? Don't get me wrong, there's drops every 3 seconds.
AnoDominiBeats.com. You're like, come on, I was just getting in the flow.
Anyway, well.
Like, well, that one's gone.
Kato on the beat. You're like, I was just about to spit the best bar.
Dancing.
Yeah,
I know. I'm like, did you have to put the drop there? Like, couldn't you have waited?
Seriously, so
it's like being like interrupted like mid conversation or whatever.
Yeah,
like you're rapping.
Exactly.
I'm the best ever.
AnoDominiBeats.com. You're like,
fuck.
You're like, God damn it.
Like, I'm glad. I don't know how I found it, how I came across it. I'll admit it, whatever. They can come find me and get their $2 worth. For my first project, I don't know. Again, I don't know how I found it, but I it's going to sound weird and corny, but I learned like tempo and understanding tempo and beats and stuff. So what I would do, especially AnoDomini, you might want to fix yourself. Shout out to AnoDomini though, because they have been monumental in my career. I want to point that out. But in their beats that have those kind of stems in there, the AnoDomini, every other whatever, they were putting it specifically in certain places where, because of the way they structure their beats, it would play it for, we'll say it like pops in on like 4 bars. And then the next 4 bars would be the same exact melody. So I would just copy and paste those 4 bars and cover the tag. So then it just played clean through because it was the same melody throughout the whole thing. So like this was back when SoundClick was a thing. I don't know if it still is, but, and I was downloading stuff and I would just copy it and shift it over. And then it was just a clean record, no tags, nothing.
You're smart.
I don't know how I figured it out. There was like a couple, like if you listen close, you can kind of hear where it kind of kicks in like a little bit, or where I fixed it for the harder ones. But like the AnoDomini ones, it was just like copy, paste, cover, nothing. And I was like, oh. Like,
Innovation
awesome.
at its finest.
So those were the beats that I was always looking for. Ain't no Domini? Oh,
You're like, I know
I can copy this one. Perfect. All right, cool. So yeah, it's just things, you pick up, but yeah, those tags were rough. Cause it was just like the middle. You're just like,
Although sometimes, I mean, obviously, like when you first hear it, be like, I mean, you're gonna, buy the version where there's no tags, but like sometimes, like it helps your structure because sometimes, producers like place it in a spot like where the hook comes in,
yeah,
or like it'll come in again, like where the verse is gonna start again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, you hear my thing too is not to for people that kind of frown upon it a little bit, at least at the beginning. Is you hear producers do it all the time. Mustard on a beat. Like it's at the beginning of every song that they do. So it's like the producers are still getting their tags in there. Granted, they're on a much higher scale than
promo. They have to do it.
Yeah, So it's like at the same time, it's still a novelty, if you will, to have it at the beginning, especially Kato. Mustard,
on the track, yeah. Although Kato's tag is dope though, like
yeah,
you know what I mean.
And it falls in right at like the right.
Kato,
Yeah.
I feel like I just started following him on Instagram. Is he an Asian dude?
Yeah.
Yes.
From like Cali or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually got to meet him in person one time.
I just started following on Instagram because like I think actually Instagram has put me on to some fire music.
Too, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Whatever this like algorithm is and whatever, it's actually directed me to some most of the music I've been listening to lately.
Yeah.
But I think he came up on like my For You page because he does that. What's it called? Like they'll make a beat and then the intention is for someone to like hop on the verse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
It's the open verse challenge.
Yes,
Open verse
thank you.
challenge. Yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
words again. Thank you. Yeah, I saw one of that and I was like, oh, like the beat that he made. I was like, that's pretty fire. So
Yeah.
like I checked out his page, and I saw like recently he was kind of like going into his backstory and like how he'd like been working for like 10 years and stuff like that. And I just appreciated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to meet him a couple years ago. J Plus had invited me. He was doing a tour thing where he was going in like artists and or producers could kind of buy their way in to have their music critiqued by him. Like you would play like 3 songs or whatever, and then he would critique it. Oh, you could do this, try this, what are you doing for this, whatever. And he would critique it. So fortunately J Plus got me just the tickets just to just go and watch and
That's
kind of
cool.
observe. And it was really cool. And that's actually where I met Loco that was on Outside from Moving Out. That's where I met him. He came all the way from Detroit to Boston at the Bridge Sound and Stage just to have his music shared.
Wow.
Like all the way from, he's like, I just came for this. Like this is all
Wow.
I came for. It was crazy, but it was
That's
cool. Like experiences to like, and like me, I was just like observing and just like taking everything in because I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's not my music, but there's plenty of things that you could.
Oh, you can definitely learn from just being in that room.
Yeah, especially from Kato. He's a really intelligent person, and again, just seeing those creatives and those people in person and really get kind of a deeper look and not that he doesn't, because obviously with Instagram, like he really dives into stuff, but like some people you only get like surface level.
Yeah,
Whereas,
that's not my style.
People like Kato, other people, using him as an example, they really dive a lot deeper into kind of just explaining things. IndieAmplify does the same thing with Futuristic. They're really kind of giving you the inside look into things on how to just be successful, with music and stuff. So, it's great that people are doing that kind of stuff too, and just kind of
Indie Amplify is cool. Like, you go on the website and they're actually like giving you like the resources that they have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And features too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Of course, yeah, you pay a bit for it, but I mean, it's definitely worth it. It helps, get you up there that much more.
But you have access to these, B-list, A-list, semi-top tier. I haven't looked at the whole list, but it's like you have access to people that are more well known. Like I think Andy Minio's on
Chris
there.
Calico's on there.
Chris Calico's on there.
Breezy from
website?
Empire's on there. Dude.
Yeah. Huh?
Is this like a website that you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
So
IndieAmplify.com.
Futuristic, and I'm sure a giant team started it, but it's literally like a portal for artists, and you can go on.
That's so cool.
And based on your, I mean, even like I could go on there. I think I could create an account and be like, hey, I'm charging $500 for features. Here's my music. If people want to listen to it, to have me as a feature. And so you can go on there, like you said, Chris Calico, Chris Webby,
That's sick for
Futuristic, and
artists.
it's like, you know, you have your levels. Like some are like 2,000 for a verse, or 3,000 for a hook and a verse, whatever. They give you all the details, but it's like you have access to these higher tier artists
Wow.
that you could be like, okay, like I know that I could get $2,000, for Webby. Let me save up, instead of spending my money elsewhere if I really want to try to get myself out there, which
On their Webby's $5,000.
yeah.
But I mean, yeah,
That's pretty dope, though.
Yeah.
That like they have that for artists.
Yeah.
That's
Because that was one of the, actually, now that we're talking like old lyrics and stuff, like when I first put out, I was actually doing a listening session once my first project was done. And one of the guys, I think he was listening over the phone. I can't remember the whole situation, whatever. But that was one of the biggest things that he said. He said, once you start making music, like the best thing that you can do is just save up and get a top tier artist as a feature. He's like, save up $5,000. I think this was at the time. It was like 5 or 10 grand or something like that. Maybe 5. I think it was 5.
Damn.
And get a feature for Rick Ross. Obviously he's probably like 500,000 a mil.
I know. I was like, when was Rick Ross $5,000?
This is like 2013. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was one of the things he said. And it's like now, we used to have to search, like, how do I get this person on my song?
Yeah.
Like I found Joel Ortiz at the time that I reached out to him, which was in the making of Apartments. He was doing like a deal. It was like $5,000 for a verse. And I was like, I really wish I had $5,000 right now, because I was going to put him on Hand-Me-Downs. And that's not to diss Zafir. Zafir put an amazing verse together, and I'm completely happy with it. But it's like, if I only knew, like sooner,
Right.
And like, another cool thing about like what they do, like with the collabs on there, is that like you don't have to go through like 10 different people just to to get to the artist. Like it's all directly to them and all that stuff. You send it through there. It goes directly to the artist. The artist records. They have like a month to record their verse, and they get it back to you. They also offer videography, photography.
Other services,
music reviews.
That's
Yeah.
dope.
Remember you did that one?
You can
That
pay
was
for consultations. Everything.
Which is
got
dope.
everything on there.
That's dope on both parties' ends, because like for artists that are looking to like get like the higher caliber features, like you were saying, and then also for those artists just to make a quick like $5,000 on something, like because obviously at that point, like if you're pumping out verses, like you could probably write that and record it, like
right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That, and a quick 5-10 grand, like good for you, dude.
Right, exactly.
Like
it,
that's
it,
bomb.
it helps everybody out, because
Right.
the up and coming artists, it helps boost their name up there if they
Right.
at it consistently, if they have the dough to get mad features. And it's also great promo for the people that are a part of in that that circle. So it's great, just great for everybody.
Yeah, and it starts like super low too. Like I think I saw features for like $50.
Like yeah,
Like something simple.
it's a wide range.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I could go on there and be like, hey, like I'm charging $200 for verses. You add a link to your music, and people obviously will check it out, make sure it's something that matches with what they're trying to do, and you go from there. And it's like I've even like looked through it at some of those like 200, 300, like just networking with people.
Yeah, I've gotten artwork from there too.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, a couple of different times. Like I reached out to somebody through there, and then like it was just like through Instagram after that. So yeah, that is cool. It is cool.
It sounds kind of like a one-stop shop, really.
It really is. Yeah.
That's like the what was that website that you had said for
Backstage.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking
it's like
too.
almost thinking like
Yeah.
it's kind of similar, but it's great that speaking on the technology piece and everything, for artists and creatives, like you have these resources literally right at your fingertips. Like IndieAmplify, you can just go right to your phone and request a verse from Chris Webby for 5K right from your phone. You don't have to, like Life said, you don't have to email his manager and
right,
and
like,
write a handwritten letter to the label and give a blood donation.
I know. I was like, drop your social security number. Yeah.
And then the next time you reach out, they don't
hair?
get back to you.
Yeah.
All that shit.
I wonder if I'm sure they probably could if they really wanted to, but like I wonder if like you pay, like could they turn it down?
They can, yeah, they can.
I feel like you would have to.
It would have to be a really bad song though.
Right.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if someone was just like, nah.
Yeah.
Like Chris Webby, I want 5K. Here's 5K. Like I have it, and he's like, nah.
Like I can't.
But I get it though. I would get it. Like I've turned verses down. I've turned people down.
Yeah. That's where I got my verse from Annoyed. Like we, I set my shit through there, and then we connected through there. It doesn't stop there either. Like it's not just send back and forth and you're done. Like you're connected with that artist, and that artist now knows who you are.
Right.
So even if you get to talk to him like one time, like that's really cool.
True.
You just keep it going. You just keep it going. Keep that connection going. Obviously you share the song, you tag them in it.
Yeah.
It kind of keeps it fresh in their head, and then hopefully they can kind of see your progress. Moving forward, the more music you're putting out, whatever, and then they're like, oh, okay, this is like dope. Like, you never know what opportunities could pop up. Like that's happened for you. I remember you telling me a couple things.
Yeah.
You made one connection, and then like it led to a bunch of other different things. So it's like,
yeah.
Who would be your dream feature?
Right now?
NF.
Yeah.
Or just whatever.
One of them.
Be NF for me.
If he was still rapping, Joe Budden for sure.
John Bellion. John Bellion.
I don't know.
I actually have never heard of him.
Look him up.
Joel Ortiz was on the list just because
I keep thinking you're going to say Joel Santana.
I used to rock hard with Joel.
Oh my God, same. My God. I mean, I think he's very talented and good looking, and I have a type, and he just so happened to fall into that type.
Right in that category.
Like I may or may not have a type. He may or may not have fallen right into that category. So I was always like,
I rocked heavy with Joel Santana.
Yeah, same. I really liked Dipset. I thought they were all super talented.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think who else might be on that list.
Kendrick.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean that's a given, but I mean,
yeah. Like if there's people that like I had to like select based on their notoriety, like Kendrick, yeah. For me personally, J. Cole. Like that's a personal like.
He's super talented.
Absolutely would have to, J. Cole, Joe Budden if he was still rapping, but he's not, so he's not doing any features. I listened to his podcast. He's like, I'm not rapping anymore.
Jadakiss.
Jada would be a good one.
Yeah.
I feel like Split is like dying to get Jada.
Yeah.
Just because he got to perform in front of him.
Oh,
Shout out to
that's
Split,
cool. I don't know who this person is, but I know who Jada is, and I always like Jada.
He was on the podcast a couple podcasts ago. I met him in Lowell at a Lowell show. He's from.
That's cool.
I think he was originally from Rhode Island or Connecticut. I apologize for forgetting where. And now he lives in like Western Mass.
Cool.
But just got to reconnect. He's like, I got to actually perform in front of my idol. I was like,
that's dope.
Yeah. And get critiqued.
That's dope. Like
yeah.
That must have been such a cool experience.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think who else. There's got to be like I want like at least 5. So I got
Tech 9.
Yeah, I could see that for you. Just in the fast. Stevie's, yeah. You got like strange music.
Yeah. They've had a heavy influence on me.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I mean, you have like that faster.
Yeah, that's where I started. Flow. Yeah, that's where I started to develop that fast flow.
Yeah, when you spit double time, it's like you go hard.
I would say to get a kind of a different vibe, maybe someone like Jhené Aiko.
I sweat the shit out of that lady.
As like a,
God.
throw her on a hook or something.
I have such a girl crush on that lady. Oh my God. I love her music. And
just her vibe is just...
Oh my God, I love that. Yes, mm-hmm. I get that.
It's such an angelic...
Yes, it is like...
You hear her music, it's just
refreshing.
It's like...
you could even have the hardest song, like the hardest verse, and then like it drops into the chorus, and you're like,
but that would be a dope juxtaposition to have on
yeah.
a song. Like
Exactly.
she just has that like creator goddess like energy. I like that lady.
She's fucking talented as shit too. Like,
And she's a.
she can do a
I'm
little.
so awful.
She
I'm
can do a
sitting
little
here
rapidy rap.
objectifying people openly on your podcast. I'm sorry.
She could do a little rapidy rap. I've seen her kind of spit a couple bars. you
No,
know,
I like her
have
vibe a
flow.
lot.
yeah.
So Janae Aiko, J. Cole, NF is definitely on there. Trying to think who else. I need two more. Trying to think who else I would really want to have. I'm trying to like really extend it out there. I know. I wish I had my phone, but it's over there. Let's see. I feel like Eminem is always the obvious one. Like I'm trying to go like less obvious.
Is that obvious? I don't know if, or maybe for people that are like closer to you, like in your inner circle, that'd be obvious.
To me, it's obvious. Like, yeah.
Sean Stockman from Boyz II Men.
That's an
Me and
old
him
school,
doing an
like-
R&B track.
Yeah.
I see you, like
Oh!
I see you.
Like,
Oh!
it's a
Okay.
wrap.
Yes.
Okay.
I love Boyz II Men.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. That's a good
I
like
love Boyz II Men.
not so obvious
Chris,
like
yeah.
low key one. No, it's a really good one. Damn. Now I really gotta think. Because I think you have 5. I'm missing 2.
I probably had like 7.
I know. I was like, you might have had 9. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, you know what? I hope this doesn't stop. I need to know. Just because like my memory is terrible. Like, let me just leave it at that. Like, I listen to music all the time, but ask me to give you a song or something, like, no.
It's too many of them.
I actually I hardly watch TV. Like I'm just
That too.
listening to music, honestly.
Like, I'm even looking at people, I mean, on like kind of like my current stuff. It's not people, like, they're phenomenal artists, but they're not people that I would initially jump to. Like, there's Joyner, there's
I'm also just interested to
Royce
hear
the
who
Five.
you guys just listen to on a daily basis, because you're right, who you listen to on a daily basis differs from who you'd want to collab with and vibe with.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you can enjoy their music, but is it when I'm thinking of it, and I'm sure you are too, not saying that you're not.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, there's people I can vibe with, but is it gonna match what I'm trying to do for my music? Like,
That's a good point.
I could maybe want Eminem, but is Eminem really gonna fit my style?
What about Chance?
I don't know. Again, it was like, I don't know. I don't think I listen enough to whatever that phrase is, words. I don't think I listen enough to Chance to make that determination.
Okay, yeah.
Like, there's only
I know he's done some
I don't know if I know any of his music. I know that he's funny. I've seen him on what I think he was on Jimmy Fallon or something,
Yeah.
and he was playing those musical games that they play.
Yeah.
And he's hilarious.
Yeah.
And he is talented. I just don't know any of his music.
Fair enough.
If I had to add a singer, Ruth B. Dang, y'all are killing me.
I know we're crickets.
Have y'all heard? Not Dandelions. Lost Boy. I'm not gonna sing it because I can't sing.
Could you?
Look it up?
I'm like, could you? For episode 51?
No.
This is a new half century.
Like, I'll run. This is like my chill playlist. I'm just listing off people now. Ro James, Sir, Her.
I sweat the shit
Her is
out of
amazing.
that woman.
Black.
Oh my God.
Black. Against Popular Opinion, August Alsina. He's just a vibe.
I don't know if I've heard of that person.
He's the one that was messing around with Will Smith's wife.
Oh. Is that what that entanglement situation thing was?
Which is what I put. I don't know if you heard the bar in Finish What I Started.
I'm giving you a blank look because I don't know if I did.
Now I gotta go back. See, this is the thing. Like, we were talking about this too. Like, trying to remember lyrics. Because this is a lyrics episode, but we're talking about music. Is like, being put on the spot and be like, all right, go sing one of your songs, and you're just like, it's like taking pictures. You're like,
what do I do with my body? Literally, someone. Yes,
dude,
I'm
my
like,
mind. Wow, my mind is literally like I'm getting the line, but like I'm like, oh no, like dead air. Like, think, hurry up. From what I learned on Sunday, I most certainly have a purpose. As someone out there, what the hell? From what I learned on Sunday, I most certainly have a purpose. You feel that breath within you. There's someone out there nervous, complaining about a problem with every tool they have to fix it. You don't need the owner's manual to untangle. Jada Pinkett.
that's clever.
That was actually probably the fastest time that I've ever thought of. But yeah, Janae Aiko is definitely on there.
Yeah.
Like, depends on the mood, you know?
That's true too.
Yeah, it's like just Joe Budden.
Do you now, like, what kind of playlist maker are you? Do you have playlists for like different moods, different times of the day? Like, what, like, how do you set up your playlist?
I have a worship playlist of just like straight worship music. I have my work safe one. I have a back in the day playlist. I have a back in the day hip hop because you have like back in the day like Michael Jackson and kind of your pop vibe, and then I have back in the day hip hop, back in the day R&B, because you gotta I gotta keep those separate.
My heart and soul.
I got my chill playlist, so like your Janae Aiko's, your hers, like just that
Yes.
smooth like background chill
Yes.
music you can just kind of just sit and vibe to. Cover songs. I love cover songs. I love good cover songs.
Yes.
So there's some pretty bad ones, but I love good cover songs. I have a dad playlist, so like music that my dad would have listened to at the time. I got music for when I do feel down. It's literally called Down. I got my gym playlist. I got my inspiration playlist. Like as I'm driving to a show, like I'll put like my inspiration playlist. So I got like J. Cole, Joe Budden, NF, Eminem, just people that have inspired me like to the core, DMX, to the core of who I am as an artist, you know, on one playlist. I got a local playlist, so like all local artists.
I love that.
Because I want to, you know, and this way it's like everybody's getting, you know, something. I got a MOCG playlist, so just MOCG artists. Like
That's
when we do our like cleanup thing, like it's just all MOCG. So then, you know, whoever shows up, that's all the music that you hear is, you know, people that are there. What else I got? My slow jams, you know, your little love songs. I got, you know, let's see, from Stain to Bruno Mars, Keisha Cole, Frankie J.
Keisha Cole. Oh my God. When that album dropped in 2005.
Joe, Tyrese.
Classic. Yes.
Sweet
lady.
I think, okay, here's an, well, see, I wish they were more of a band. I would have done Linkin Park. I would have loved to collab with Linkin Park.
Okay.
In its full totality, obviously. I would do I Prevail now. I like I Prevail.
Is that a band?
Yes.
I've never
It's
heard
like a rock band. They're a rock band. But they're, I don't know, they give me kind of old school, not like the hip hoppy vibe of Linkin Park, but like the rock style of Linkin Park. So I would, you know, that would be for me. I have just a rock playlist of just like all rock songs.
That's awesome.
So-
I have pretty similar playlists too.
And then it just depends on the mood, you know, whatever mood I'm in. I have a gym playlist. So when I'm at the gym, it's just straight, just headbangers and, you know, just stuff to motivate me.
Same. I'm like, if I'm like the music for the gym, the BPM's got to be like, they need to be.
It's weird sometimes though, because then sometimes I'll either throw on the chill playlist or I'll put worship music on.
Okay.
And I kill it. It's like weird, but it's like, it also depends on where my head is at going into the gym.
Yeah, I can
like if
see
I'm
that.
like trying to just like really break out, you know, maybe it is some worship music. If I'm just trying to just get the workout done, chill music. If I'm just trying to like crush it and break a dumbbell over somebody's head, then we got the gym playlist. So it's like, you know, it fits all different types of moods.
Got you.
Which, you know,
Yeah.
you all know. Let's get into some of these lyrics. This is what I really want to know.
Yes. Let's do this.
I'm glad that that's still recording. Thank you, technology, for not failing me this one time.
No,
Appreciate
don't jinx it.
you.
Knock on wood.
All right, let's see.
All right.
Let me get into my
we
first
doing
one.
This? We bout it.
Well, I'll start with this one just because he's here. So I actually found. Oh, we were just talking about this too.
What?
I found the original lyrics for Hope.
Oh my
Like
God.
I have like the original. Like
love
this
that
is where
song.
I'm like rocked with it. Like the first,
Guys, that song got me through a couple of really hard
and then
days.
just like rewrote it. You know, just to kind of clean it up.
Is it weird? Can I look at it?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. I'm like, is that weird? Like,
Don't touch that. Our ancient artifact.
I
Don't touch it.
know. No, I love this song.
I got like one of the lyrics from one of my first songs that I wrote that I released.
You have neat handwriting.
I get that
This
a
is
lot.
your handwriting?
Yeah.
You have really neat handwriting.
I have like my track listing for my second project before it was like even done. Like I had like the beats, all that stuff, features that I wanted, what type. I even put what type.
This is so... It's so weird to like be looking at the written lyrics when I've heard, like I can hear you in my head singing. Because like I've listened to that song a lot. I love that song by you guys. I love Hope, and then Lemons is the song. I'm like
Lemons
one of
is
my
dope.
favorite by you.
I'm just mad it's not on Apple because I don't listen to Spotify.
You don't? Oh, I'm a Spotify person.
I'm Apple Music.
I'm Spotify.
And he had to switch everything, and it just didn't get on Apple Music. And I'm like,
Yep.
so I can't listen to Hope. Like I have
This
it,
is awesome.
I still have it on my playlist because it's like attached to my computer.
Yeah.
So it's still in there, but I'm just like, man, like, you know, I want to
And I can't get
pay my
This
homie.
is so cool.
And I also can't get an artist profile on there because they don't spell my like they don't like hyphenate my names. And shit like that. They don't
Wait,
abbreviate
artist
it.
profile
don't
where?
On Apple Music and iTunes.
Oh, I don't know how any of
They
that
like
stuff works.
jacked it up on him like really bad. Like you just search Life and it's either like Life Jennings or just insane amounts of just
Like
different
my music can still get
profiles.
on there, but like you have to have like the direct link from me. You know what I mean? Like you can't just
You
go
can't
on
For the
there
actual
and find my
song.
profile. Because my name is spelled like L.Y.F.
Yeah.
And Apple and iTunes don't do that. So I mean, you know, if you work for Apple and iTunes, fix
Like,
that,
how are you on
please.
Spotify?
I'm on
Spotify allows it,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
but like
Because I'm
Apple
just
just
because
does.
I'm not on it, I'm like, wait, I forget how it's like actually listed on Spotify.
I think Apple does just L.Y.F.E. instead of adding those dots. Like for mine, like even for mine, like I wanted just J space Faith, and Apple keeps putting a period at J.
I think I saw on your story one day you were like, "This isn't me." It was like a screenshot of
Dude,
like another.
I
J
don't
Faith,
even know
right?
what that. I'm like, how did you like? You guys, they clearly didn't look when they tagged, like, because when you go into the system, you can tag, like, specifically pick the person that you are adding the music to, whether it's a link or you can actually see their profile. So they must have never looked because I'm definitely not on one. I'm definitely not on that song. Two, I never would have been on that song. Just not me. It's not for me. And like it kind of angers me because I don't know if it's on everybody's phone when they pull up the J Faith profile on Apple Music, but it's like it's on like my top songs. It's like that's not me.
Right. You're
So why is it on my top songs?
like that's.
Yeah. It's all messed up. That's why I don't
So it's like
fuck with Apple Music as a whole.
yeah, because then I'm like, oh great, like I have people that listen to me, and then they're like, oh, they hear these guys rapping, and it's like completely opposite, and then they're gonna be like, oh,
What's up with that? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I listen to them. I'm like, maybe like, did I do a verse that somebody just finally put out or whatever? And I'm like, I'm not on any of this. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's a completely different person.
Yeah, it's a completely different person, just not me, and it's frustrating. But
So what else you got over there?
I got a lot. I'm trying to find like where I want to start. Oh, like hand-me-downs. Yeah, hand-me-downs right here. 10/3/13.
That's so cool.
And it just dropped in 3/23/23. Like it's crazy that I still have this, but that's just me. All right, let me get something that people haven't heard. Like I have the original like testimony.
Wow.
Like where I started. Like all right, Jay, find a verse and shut up. Oh, voicemails right here. 7. I know. I keep like 7, 17, 15.
Wow.
Third verse of voicemails right here. All right, let's see.
I love that music video. That's a great music video.
So this was. Oh, so this was off of Hoodie Season. So this was a song I did back in the day. And we can go through it just to see, and then I'll do an older one. I love this verse too. My brain is twisted and listed with all the gifted, encrypted with no conviction, depicted in vivid pictures. Given the business, a prism that's unforgiving, spinning but still unwilling to give in, it's so fulfilling. I'm past the breaking point and no return, hit the learning curve and almost swerved. Damn, you had the nerve to underestimate my character. Jumping off the Richter, scaling up the balcony, knocking down the victors. With the head up in the clouds, the storm with the hail, preparing for the aftermath. Only need to exhale, grab the water pail. Uneducated, dropped it all in the line. Investing in himself without the hope for a dime. Couldn't swallow a crime, couldn't sparkle the shine. Still he smoothed out the wrinkles till the beauty was fine. Don't settle for the TLC, bring the pain. Cause to stand up in the sun, you gotta deal with the rain. What's up?
I like that.
That was Hoodie Season. That was my third album, like 2015.
I like how you started it. Like, it sounded pretty hot.
That was like a rapidy rap, boom bap. I had Rome 978, who was like just another just boom bap to the core dude.
But I like
and
that.
Silly Grin, who produced some of the beats off of Apartments, but also just super huge boom bap dude. We have a video for that too that I shot in the middle of May for Hoodie Season.
Nice.
On the roof of the Lowell parking lot, one of the Lowell parking garages, wearing hoodies in the middle of May.
Was it hot as shit?
Oh, absolutely.
Were you dying?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I was like, I'm such an idiot. I was like, I should have just waited for fall or something, just shot it. And you live and you learn. Like, I should have dropped it in like fall, but I shot it, we put it together and like released it in like June. I look back, I'm like, man, my thought process was just not.
You just wanted to get your song out there.
That's where I was
excited. That's okay.
That's where I was at. I just wanted to get it out. All right, who's up?
Oh my!
You got to get at least.
That's not embarrassing though. That was good. All of my shit is
okay.
so cringe.
I got you.
Sorry,
all right.
I'm just projecting.
All right, so I'll start reading the. Oh, jeez. Okay, here we go. I'll make you cringe.
Thank you.
I started reading this one earlier, but for the people.
Thank you.
This was J Faith, because there's the page before it says, "Hey, I'm Faith, but the name we can replace, drifting far off into space, hit me like a perfect ace." But whatever. Okay. Get him, I say get him, like a woman in prison. Locked up in my mind, I done had another vision. I'm an all-star, you're just a third-string quarterback. When I put it down, I hit him hard like a heart attack. Never underestimate something you can't control. Come at you like a twister, ravaging through your home. Bring it hammers and bring your wrecking balls. It don't matter because we're unbreakable. God. There's a problem because you're afraid of us. We're unbreakable. I think that was like the hook. I keep it clean like table manners, staying flashy on your cameras, cannon through your window, make your day like wedding planners. At the top like an elevator, you done tried to get me low, but I'm a superstar, you just act like you know. So, background for that, in case anybody didn't catch the reference. Elevator from Flow Rida. Mm-hmm. I'm at the top like an elevator. Mm-hmm. You done tried to get me low. But I'm a superstar, so act like you know, because Act Like You Know was one of his songs too.
Oh.
I was big into Flow Rida too, back in the day. I was into like a lot of just everything back in the day. And then it just like, once I really started getting into music industry, it was just like, well, like it expanded, but then like also like shrunk at the same time.
There's more?
Yeah. Oh, I got plenty. No. That one I think was done. I don't know.
Oh, why, okay. Can you run that back to
to what? Oh, like
can you run that back
where to where?
To like how you open this?
Oh, get him! I said get him like a woman in a prison. Because it's like
I am like, this is like, this is not Lil Saint? Because I was like, this is, oh no.
no, this was like the
'Cause Lil
birth
Saint-
of Faith trying to figure it out.
I was like, I don't know. This sounds like you're about to like run up on some people. Like, I feel like you are about to pull up and cause some damage.
Like, that's
like
it.
that. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see. I never had my mind. I was always absent-minded. Had to speak my thoughts, and I hope you wouldn't mind it. You catch my drift. No, we ain't in Tokyo. Ask about the food, and all you got was so-so. Sorry, I get a little bit out of control, so I pick up a paddle, try and get me a hold. Instead of buying 10 cars, I'ma hook up my one. Boost up the engine, blast off to the sun. Too hot to handle, keep it chill on the low. Need for speed, got the pedal to the flow. I love Need for Speed. Back in the day, that was my game. Cops don't hate, stay below the radar. Duck down the street when they follow my car. College kid, so this is probably college time. You can see me on campus, spending 40 grand, but my education priceless. Crazy when I'm single, women out the woodwork. On the Thriller set like zombies, bodies they jerk.
I'm sorry to laugh at you. I don't.
So plug again, not a ladies' man
I was just
whatsoever.
gonna say, I don't doubt that you can get women, Jay. I am so sorry. I'm not making fun of you.
Not
I'm
a ladies'
not
man.
making fun of you.
I was the most shy
What are you
person
talking about? You were writing love letters.
ever.
You were writing poems.
Yeah, and I couldn't say a word. That's how I spoke.
Yeah, but I would think that would like slay the ladies.
But I couldn't ask me to
You-
have a
you literally
conversation.
couldn't deliver at all.
Like ask me to have a conversation. No, I was shy. I was like, huh. Like I was that.
That's okay.
Like, oh, they like you. I'd be like, huh, okay.
You're like, oh, they like me. I forget how to act like a person.
Yeah, I wasn't like, oh, hey, what up, shawty? What up? No, what's happening? What's about? Yo, hey. Yo, let me get your number. What's up? Yo, what you doing later? Like me, I was like, ha, okay.
What's happening, Shawty?
Nah. Nope. I was not the
I got
ladies'
some Hubba
man.
Bubba. You want a piece?
Oh my god. Well,
Ooh,
at
I-
least that you were, respectable and you weren't catcalling women. So that's good.
So I got one of my.
I'll be cringe. Well, hold on, let me see.
I got one of my Christian raps too. Actually, let me find a cringe. We gotta go cringe.
But most, like, you have full songs. I literally have just like hooks, and it's just either a hook or like a random verse. So let me see. How cringe do we want to get?
She's like,
I'm
Yeah, that's me.
pre-embarrassed. I say, boy, you really got me. Boy, you feel the chemistry. Boy, I'll be with you. All right. Boy, take me to paradise. Boy. Yep, that's my hook. Don't know what that was written to. Super cringe.
oh, so that was the hook.
See.
Okay.
That's what I just have random hooks just like peppered everywhere. Hold on one second. There's something in here where I'm like, oh my God, I totally remember who I wrote this about.
Gotta keep that one.
100%.
All right, this is super cringe. Okay.
Let's go.
He says he likes the songs I sing for him, how I bite my lip when he pulls me in, how I hold him tight as we slip into sin. And when it's over, tell me again. Good job, baby Kayla. This was January 19th, 2011. January 19th, 2011.
Nice.
Good job, baby Kay.
Perfect. Okay, I got you. All right, I got you.
Is
You
it
got one
cringe?
or no?
Life, you don't
All
have
right, give you a
anything
second.
cringe, do you? I doubt you do.
He's like, I spit bars from birth, yo.
I'm like, damn it, yours are all quality. Okay.
See, I could have like sifted through like notebooks and all that stuff, but I came a little unprepared. But I mean, I'm gonna
You're
just
not unprepared, honey. You're good.
go right down to just 3 years ago. That's
Like note one.
as far back as I can go in my phone. It's not really. I don't have anything a whole lot of cringe shit, but I mean,
I'm disappointed.
But I'll read something.
Let's go.
I'm gonna bring Pac back, giving Biggie a piggyback. Backlash, industry gets it while I be getting stacks. Battle me and you will be talked about on the murder scene. Feel like I wanna turn up on him, start a killing spree. Close your eyes, open your mind. You gotta see the future through the dark skies. I close my eyes and analyze what the future is, no, what the universe is telling me, what it implies. Bonafide vision through divine living. Life was test on the quest. This is nonfiction. Walking with the spirits would be thugging auras. It is in balance. Yes, I do accept the challenge. Shining like a Borealis.
That like last what, like 4 right there?
Yeah.
Dude, why are we all prone to violence?
You're like, it's okay. I have
Set
like,
off a shooting spree. I was like, yo. I was like,
I know you guys are violent. I have like horny pop lyrics. I don't know what's happening.
It's all over the place. It's good though.
Yeah, right. All right, I got my hook. All right.
So now we got to bring it all together. Let's brainstorm.
Oh my God! You know what we should do?
That's what I'm saying. Just
Yeah.
save it
We
all.
should
Like,
just
we should just finish. We should just like anything like unfinished. We should just like finish it and like, bring it together.
I was just gonna say we should pair some of our old shit together. Although L.Y.F.E,
Yeah.
it's too bad you don't have anything cringe, honey.
The cringe album,
If I
volume 1.
It's really too
feel like
bad.
if I share music from my first mixtape, to me that is cringe.
Well-
from like.
Of course, like anytime as an artist, when you look back to like when like your first project or like when you first started out, you're gonna be like, ooh, but it's not actually cringe. Sorry, what were you going to share, Jay?
No, you're good. I was gonna say, well, speak for yourselves. No, my first project, I like quality wise, like I didn't like it because I mixed and mastered it myself, but like I was definitely super happy with how it came out. Mm-hmm. But that's just me. I wish I could redo it. Like I would love to redo it. I've always thought about just like, I don't know about either getting the same beats because I don't have access to any of them now. But either get the old beats or like, I guess you could say like remix,
I was just
remaster.
gonna say like revamp, kind of
like remix, remaster,
Yeah.
like new beats and do the songs over. But I feel like it just wouldn't be the same. And like I asked somebody about that too. I was like I really want to do that, and they were like, and we've said it on the we've said it on the pod too. It's like that music was for that time and that specific, just experience in itself. Mm-hmm. So just kind of like leave it there.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Don't like, go back in the past to bring something from the past.
That.
Like, move forward. You're better than, you're better than you were then. And, your quality is better. Let the people see that type of thing, So it's like, I don't know. But, I listen back from time to time and I'm like, man, like,
But like, even if you were to bring not like a whole album, but just like a few tracks back or something, like it's always cool to like revisit and like honor that part of yourself and just like.
Yeah. I've always thought about doing what do they do? Like, I forget the name, like what they call those albums, but just like your greatest hits album, like
a
to
compilation
me,
album.
like a compilation, like greatest hits, and I just put like all my favorite songs, on there type of thing, and then like maybe then I could like revamp like one or two of like the older ones and just be like, hey, this is from the original project, but we just redid it.
Bonus tracks on like the greatest hits.
Yeah, just do like a bonus track, like remastered, remixed. Whatever, Never Forget, or, some of the other
There's
ones
always
that are
something from like way far back, and then it comes all the way to like unreleased stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Because like I had a song called Rockstar at Heart, which was like a straight like punk Blink-182 like vibe beat. I'll play it after, but like I always envisioned like just that Blink-182 pool party, like playing drums
Skate
on the
park.
lawn, skate park,
Yeah.
like type of video, like always. And I'm like, I still like want to do it. Like at
Oh my God,
some
that
point.
reminds me of like TRL, like.
Loved
Oh my God.
TRL pop-up video.
Yes, I loved
Pop-up video.
Yes. Yes, I loved that.
I hate that they took all that stuff away. Like I
106
remember
in Park. Well, I mean that's still around, isn't it?
what?
That what?
106 in Park.
I think so, but it's like MTV2 at like what, 10 o'clock? I don't know. I'm just. But yeah, it's like it's not on like main MTV anymore. Like they were like MTV2, and then we're just gonna put all the other stuff over there, and then the main one is just gonna be about pregnant teenagers that can't figure themselves out, and make that popular. So if you want a TV show, go get pregnant at 13, and we'll put you on TV.
Oh my God.
There you go.
No judgment on people that whatever.
It's reality.
I understand
TV
their
show
circumstances, but
definitely took over. That was sad.
yeah, it's just like it just kind of took away from
The music
television.
Because that's what I liked about it. And like I remember when I was little, I wasn't allowed to watch MTV, but I was allowed to watch VH1. But I would sneak MTV, obviously.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Because I was like, that's where it's at. But I remember, like VH1. Do you remember like what was it? The VH1 Total Divas, whatever.
Behind the music.
Love that.
Like that's where I fell in love with DMX because I saw his behind the music and like I saw him. You know him. You know backstage bawling his eyes out, saying he's not worthy of any of the fame because of who he is and everything else and stuff like that. So you know all the drugs issues and everything like that. Like it like opened my eyes to not just the Rough Riders anthem DMX, but the I Miss You DMX, those kind of deeper songs.
Like it humanized him to you?
Yeah, 100%. And I was like, okay, that's what I want to do. And that's where kind of the storytelling, J Faith kind of sprung from. And then, obviously you can see the connection with J. Cole, Joe Budden, NF, like just these storytellers, Eminem, even the same thing.
I always appreciated storyteller rappers. Don't get me wrong, like I also love like ignorant rap. That makes me feel like I'd want to like pull up on a place and
Crunk
like,
Juice,
run up on people and shit. But like
Diplomats, Joel Santana,
I love
like
the
that
Diplomats.
was, yeah.
But I always like if we're talking about like appreciating the artistry, I always loved like the storytellers and like the true lyricists and like the wordplay. Like J. Cole, I can't believe I didn't pay attention to J. Cole. Well, I do that thing where if someone comes out and they're like the hottest thing ever, I'm immediately like, pfft, you know what I mean? So like J. Cole dropped, everyone was like dick riding him, and I was like, I'm probably not gonna like him.
Right.
But he's so talented. Like joke's on me. He's so talented. Like his wordplay, like as a lyricist, that guy is like crazy. Like that. Yeah. I'm like, how does your brain do that?
Yeah.
DMX taught me to really dive into people's discographies and to see more than just the surface level of, the music that just you hear on the radio.
Right.
It was just like, oh, there's like a much deeper other side. Like me, like I always just went for like top 20 hits, like.
Did you see? I didn't. I always did. Like I was always into like the B-side shit and the stuff that was like. Don't get me wrong. Like I would like the singles. Obviously, that's what hooked you. But like I would always kind of. I had appreciation for like the filler tracks or like the ones that weren't like as commercially popular.
Yeah. Oh no! Like I used to buy albums just because the single was on it.
Really?
And I would just replay the song.
Okay.
And occasionally I would dive in a little bit deeper, but not in the same appreciation that I do now. And then once I hit DMX, it was like, I need to listen to everything. And then I was like, okay, I can appreciate this.
That's so interesting. I don't think I've ever done that.
Yeah.
Because like if I bought an album, especially like back in the day when like you were literally purchasing CDs or whatever, or like when I was really little, I'd steal my brother's cassette tapes. Like I was listening to that thing like front to back.
Well, I was the what was that website? We all know what it was. The illegal downloads.
Like BearShare.
LimeWire.
Oh,
like
yeah,
I was
like,
LimeWire. Every new single that was coming out that I liked, I was like download, and then I would just burn CDs of just all singles.
I miss those days of having your own mix CD.
Oh, like the CD, the giant CD case.
Oh my God,
of just CDs that you just
and like you would like gift it to people. Like,
I still have it.
Burnt the CD
I still have the CD case with all the burnt CDs.
I wish I did.
So don't tell anybody where I live because the music industry will probably kill me. Like all the pirated music
lawsuit.
Dude, it's bad. Like it's really
we all did it.
No, I know. Yeah, we all did it. And that's why.
Listen to me. I'm awful. I'm like everyone was doing it.
So that makes it okay, people. If everybody's doing
awful.
it,
Like,
go for
they
it.
told me.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. So it was just single. Anything that was on the radio, anything that was popular, like I was downloading it. And then again, once I saw that doc, and then it was just like, okay, I'm diving into stuff that I normally wouldn't listen to. Like I need to hear everything now. And it changed everything.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And that's where it started. And that's why I wanted to be a Rough Rider and
Was that
be
Dom?
dumb.
Okay.
And then Dom.
That was
came
Dom,
out.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That
Yeah.
was you wanted to be a Rough Rider. I wanted to be a pop star. And the goal for you, well, you rap and sing, so.
Yeah. I mean, the goal before that was to be a pro basketball player.
Yes, I remember you saying
Yeah.
that it was sports prior to music.
Yeah.
That was always my vision. NBA.
Really?
Like middle school, high school, NBA. And then
That's so cool that you both have that in common.
And then just, I mean, for me, my one being 5'9" didn't help. And then two, it was more two of just my school wasn't, like, I wasn't bad. Like, I was a pretty good player. Like, I could shoot threes. I played well. Like, I wasn't a bad player, but my
Can't
school
you be
just
shorter
wasn't.
and still a good basketball player? Like,
Yeah.
So like your school wasn't top tier, and like you didn't
Yeah.
like you weren't-
Nobody was noticing us.
Yeah, you weren't exposed to
Really?
like the right coaches that like were able to would have propelled you to the next level.
I mean,
You ready
I
for D1.
learned, like, I still apply everything. Like, I had a really good high school coach. Like, my coach
yeah.
taught me, like, college ball.
Oh, yeah.
In high school. Like, this is how you play zone. This is how you transition. Like, this is how you play defense. Help defense. Like, everything. Like, he taught me how to play. Like, I still apply everything that he taught me to this day. I teach it to the kids that I work with. I'm like, if you want to play, and some of them are middle schoolers, like 8th graders. I'm like, if you want to play in high school, like, here's the tip. Listen to what I'm saying, and you will play.
That's awesome.
But we weren't that school that was, shutting teams out and winning championships. And it was Greater Lowell Tech. We weren't out there. So it's like, who's going to notice us? Like, I can drop 30, but, we still lose by 10. We're not winning championships. So it's like, who's going to look?
Yeah, that's
They're
true.
looking at
I
Lowell
look
High.
back,
They're looking
right.
at, go ahead.
St. John's Prep. They're looking
St.
at
John's
Central
Prep,
Catholic.
yeah.
Actually, Lowell
Central.
Catholic, when I
Yeah.
was there, had some decent sports teams.
You know-
I think it was basketball and football. They was like,
Yeah. So they're looking at all those other schools. And then, when I'm getting ready to go to college, Riviera University wants me for soccer, but I didn't want to do D3. And then UMass Lowell was recruiting me for track.
oh wow,
Division
good for
two.
you.
Yeah.
You had options.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, I want to play a sport. I don't want to just go to college. Like, I'm an athlete. I want to play a sport, to me. And I mean, I got accepted to UConn, but basketball would have been my option. And we all know how
For track.
No, just accepted for accepted,
Oh, just
like
academic.
academics.
Okay, yeah.
Just got accepted, but I was like, basketball would have been my option. Like, track wasn't my main focus, even in high school, even though I was doing well. It wasn't my main focus. I started doing track to get ready for basketball. Like, basketball was
That
like
makes
top
sense.
tier, everything. Soccer was my first sport. And, just, I did have that passion. But once I hit basketball, it was like basketball.
Tunnel vision. Yeah.
Tunnel vision basketball. So, like, for UConn, like, basketball would have been the thing I would have went for. But at 5'9" and UConn, there's no shot.
Yeah.
There's no shot.
really?
For UConn is,
Division
especially
one.
at the time, like, Division I. Top, I mean, even, like, Diana Taurasi, like, they won, like, 10 championships in a row, like, for the girls.
Oh wow.
Like
Oh, okay.
that
so
level
you're
of
talking
success.
like upper echelon. type
Like,
of-
the shortest player is, like, 6'3".
Like the next step below the NBA. That's what UConn is. That's what D1 is.
Like, players are getting drafted from UConn type of deal.
wow.
Like,
okay.
shortest player, maybe 6 foot. Like, to be respectful. Like, maybe 6 foot. Lucky 5'11". So it's like, and I'm not being recruited.
Now it's 6'7". If you're lucky, 6'4",
Yeah.
6'5".
You're like, and the biggest
you see like
problem is I'm
6'10"
not
point
being
guards for God's
recruited.
sake.
yeah, I'm not being recruited.
Right.
So I'm a walk on. and I'm sure they've already done a ginormous recruiting process. You got kids on scholarships, like
Yeah.
no shot. So it's like
It's hard. It's really tough.
you know, I'm gonna play a sport. It's hometown, UMass Lowell. So it's like I could live at home, save money in dorms, and call it a day. So track it was for 4 years.
Word.
I mean, it was dope. It was fun. I had fun. It was a good time. You know, and again, I was glad I got to play a sport.
Yeah.
Definitely would have loved to play basketball.
I bet-
At least
to
you
the
pick
NBA.
something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like being an athlete. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, like, had I known, you know, had I like, you know, been given the resources to get to that next level, and had I had somebody in my ear constantly, like, yo, you need to meet this person, you need to meet this coach, you need to go to this school, like, go to this visit, I'm gonna get you in this camp. It would have been different. You know what I mean?
Same.
Yeah.
Like I wish I did AAU.
Yo, I did AAU for a year. It's
Yeah.
pretty. It's
I
dope.
never. Yeah. I don't think. I think I did. I think I tried and then I missed the tryout, and then I just never like attempted it. I think it just fell in a weird time, like during the season. Like I was either like trying to do soccer at the time or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Like it just hit. So my schedule wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, I kind of wish I'd continue with AAU.
Yeah, 'cause I
I
feel
mean,
like-
I had a great year my first, you know, year in it when I was a freshman. Yo, like my best game, we had a scrimmage against like another, like, you know, AAU division for the same team but like a different division. I almost dropped 40 that game.
Yeah. Nice.
6 threes.
Dang.
Like
Lit
I
it
was
up.
just on.
Wow,
I was on that
bro.
game. Why wasn't anybody looking at me then? I don't know,
Wow,
but
dude.
Right.
maybe again, like you said, maybe it was just because of our area.
Yeah.
But
That's a shame, though. 'Cause
Yeah.
that sounds like a great game for you.
Because
right,
AAU is like, I mean, not knocking AAU, but it's like one of those other opportunities where like if you do really well, like people pay attention. Like you hear AAU and you're like, oh, okay, like this is some pretty solid
I
kids.
literally don't
Yeah.
know what AAU is. I'm just listening.
It's like
So,
a
like-
travel.
Oh, okay, I'm like, I
basketball.
don't
so
know
like
what it is,
there's
but I'm
like the
listening to
regular
you.
season for your school, but then like AAU is like a continuation of that. You know, you have like practices a couple of days a week.
Oh, okay.
Like you're, you know, around some of the greatest, like some of the best players in the state.
Mm-hmm.
Some cases the country, some cases the region, like whatever AAU program
wow,
you're
so
a
it
part
keeps
of.
you
Like,
sharp,
yeah, definitely.
'Cause
And
you have
like
to try out,
all the
too.
games, yeah, and like all the games are tournaments. You know, at like different colleges, different schools, and all that stuff. So.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, you never know. You can come across. That's a very easy way to come across, you know, college coaches because, of course, you go into their school. So they're going to check out what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You get eyes on you in different places.
Yeah.
You know, so if you are in one of those high schools that's maybe not popping like it could be, but you're like a really good player, you could still get those opportunities. But I just never. I think just either my season just didn't work, or I was like jumping into something else, and I just couldn't do it.
I think, yeah, and like in the grand scheme of things, like we had like other things going on that we wanted to pursue. So it was like we had
Yeah.
to, you know, pick something. Obviously, like, I mean, I knew like if it wasn't going to be basketball, it was going to be music. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
always sang. You know, I did like school talent shows and all that stuff.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah. I would just, you know, do different covers of, you know, different songs. I taught myself how to play guitar and all that stuff. So, I
That's
mean,
cool.
you know, it's a great cushion. So, I mean, we're, you know, both destined for
Yeah.
something, you know what I mean? This is, you know, our calling, you know?
Right.
This
But
is,
I mean, it's
this is
not
what God wanted us to do.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not too late. Like, not this. You know, I mean, I trust whatever God's got planned for me. But like J. Cole just like jumped into like a semi-pro league. I think like he's on like a semi-pro team.
That's right.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he tried out and like he's like on the team. I don't know how far it's gone. Like
That's
I haven't
so
really
cool.
seen much, you know, like footage or anything. Not that he's not playing, but
J. Cole?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but like he made a whole team.
He's pretty nice. I've seen him hit some really
he's
good
pretty
shots.
good. I'm like, yo, just get me in a celebrity game. Like, I'll take a celebrity
real,
game. Like,
yeah.
I'll be cool with that.
I want to play in a men's league.
I would love to, too.
Yeah.
I would love to. I'd love to find a league. Like some of the kids.
There was actually one that came up. I mean, I wish I had known about it before, but like I stepped on the court for the first time. It was beginning of this month actually.
Oh, I think I
or
saw
like
that.
end of last month, yeah, and like
Oh, because who was it that put it up? Somebody put that up. Was it Chris?
I was just gonna say,
They
have
got
you
some
guys balled with
turntables.
Chris?
Yeah, I think it was Chris.
No, it wasn't Chris.
No?
I did meet the guy from Turntable Teachers there.
Oh,
he
Mike,
recognized
Mike,
me.
that was
we
Mike.
were
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
like
yeah.
they were having like the tryout or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't sign up or anything. I just played the 5-on-5. But
yeah, it was Mike. That's who it was.
yeah, he like recognized me.
But
and,
Chris
like,
had mentioned it.
yeah, he like recognized me. He said Life something went on, but he came up after me. He like or like after like we were done playing. He's like,
Yeah.
yo, I'm like from Turntable. His name's Mike.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah.
From Turntable
Scarfo,
Teachers. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, you're him. So
Yeah.
that was cool. But yeah, see, my gym's Cedardale. But the next season, I'm definitely
Yeah, I
gonna
would love to find.
play.
You guys need to ball with Chris if you haven't.
We
He
should.
had hit us. He had hit me up too about that
Yeah, you
too.
guys
He's like,
definitely
yeah,
have to.
because I think I saw him put up a picture or something on his story.
Which
Yeah.
speaking of which, shout out
Speaking
to my
of the
baby
gym.
brother Chris. I love you.
Because like the kids at my job too, they're like one of the kids. He's like this little 7th grader. He's like, he'll see me shoot because like I ain't gonna lie, like I can shoot pretty lights.
You're nice. You
And
can
he's
admit
like,
it. It's fine.
He's like, why aren't you in the NBA? And I'm like, you know what?
Oh,
I've been
that's
asking myself
cute.
that question for a long time, but
That's so
yeah,
sweet.
I'm like, oh, I'm like, you still believe in me?
That's cute. Yeah, you need to take Life and Chris with you to show these kids what's up.
Yeah.
I know we got one more night at Night Hoops. I was like just thinking about it. I'm like, dude, I should just have you guys come down. And
Could you
Night
just
hoops?
imagine going in and destroying a
Come
bunch
through
of
again.
7th graders?
It's like 7th through high school,
Okay.
but it's like we.
Hey,
we
some of them
do-
might give you a run for your money. You never know. These kids could be really good.
Yeah,
You don't know.
We do tournament style basketball until midnight.
God damn.
When?
Friday is actually the last.
Life's like
night.
when?
Friday night is actually the last night that we're doing it. But like you could, maybe I could swing like a volunteer type of thing.
I can't.
That's
do
a
it.
long day for you, huh?
I mean, I start work at 3, so like I could sleep in.
Oh,
Till-
okay. I was thinking you had like a full day before that.
Oh no.
We could always get a group of guys, get a group of guys together and like put all our money together to, rent out a court on, at a sports complex or something like that.
Yeah, my church sometimes will go to the spot in Drake, the outside courts. There's like 3 of them.
In Drake it?
Yeah, it's off like the very tail end of like Lakeview Ave. It's like Lakeview Ave and like where Lakeview Ave and Mammoth Road meet, where Mike's
Oh,
ice cream is.
okay.
I think it's Mike's ice cream is.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Like right over there, there's like 3
Mm-hmm.
courts, and like after church, we'll just like go run games.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's just for fun, Not everybody's an athlete, but we play like one game, and they're like, "Oh, I need a sub. Oh, I can't play the next game." And I'm like, "All right." I'm like, "Oh, 10 more. Let's
Yeah,
play."
I still talk my shit, man.
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
Everyone else is huffing and puffing. I'm like, that's it, dog. That's it.
yeah, I'm still running.
But
Hey, you asked for
that
it.
must help you guys when you perform. What I was gonna say earlier
Oh,
is
yeah, it
like
does.
just because like the stamina of being athletes, and then when you get on stage, like because you obviously, as you know, like you have to have like your breath control and like be like actually have the stamina for it.
Yeah,
So
that's why that's why I try to hit the gym as much. I've been trying to do a little bit more cardio because I know that half the battle too. Because I mean, yeah, you can go to the gym, but if you're not like working your lungs to build up that capacity, like you're not.
I'm an awful gym person.
That's a
Cardio is
little
like
more.
the only thing I do.
That's a little more important than like the weights. I mean, obviously
Yeah.
like, the weights make you feel good, but like it's even more important to improve on your cardiovascular health. Improve on your like mobility. Being able to move again if you haven't
Right.
done it in a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I
Just
like
get the
playing
blood
ball.
flowing. You don't necessarily have to. For me, like I'll lift like every other day. I'll go in. I'll get some shots up, run some games at Cedardale, and then like the next day I'll still get some shots up, but like not have the intention of playing a game and then just lift.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's why I like having the access to basketball too at my job because it's like a very heavy basketball playing. Like the kids just love playing basketball, at least the older kids, and it's like that quick burst of stamina and stuff that you use on stage. You're jumping around, you're
No, that's
building that
excellent. I need
stamina.
to
you
like.
stop for a second. And,
I used to do musicals and shit. If someone tried to cast me in a musical tomorrow, no way. You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, I need to get it together because, like, well, I've been starting to like go back to the gym more regularly and just like get into that flow because I just noticed like you just feel so much better.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
100%.
Like your brain, just physically,
much
everything,
more
you just
alert.
feel better.
You-
But like the first couple of days of getting back in there, I was
terrible.
like, yo!
That's terrible.
Oh my
I'm
god,
like, oh
that
my
is
God.
the worst. That's
Even
the
when I
worst.
miss a week,
what have
I'm
I
just
been
like,
I was like, I
doing?
thought I was 34. I feel 80. What
Yeah.
is happening?
I bought potato chips.
yeah. Even when I miss a week, I'm just like, I go back in. I'm just like, ugh, disgusted. Ugh, my body is just blah.
Should have had those wheat thins then.
Yeah, seriously.
Let's not be toxic about food. It's okay to eat what you
Oh yeah,
like.
oh yeah, no, definitely. But
Yeah, facts.
a prolonged period of time of eating such and such is.
I know,
You
without
regret it.
outputting the energy,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it
you
catches
regret
up
it.
to you,
Yeah.
and then you can no longer be cast in musicals. So,
Yeah, right.
For real. That's real
I know, I was
shit.
thinking about that. I was like, if I wanted to do a musical, like, I would have to, like, set aside 6 good months to, like, prepare for that. like I would
to
have to,
get
like,
ready for it.
train for it. Like, this is so bad. I'm thinking, like,
It is nice. I mean, I've been back in the gym consistently for about 3 weeks now, and I wake
for
up,
you, bro.
I'm ready to go. You know what I
Good.
mean? I get out of work. I'm not tired, as exhausted as I was.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep at it.
You're like in the gym, like you're like training and stuff. Oh, you training for a marathon? No, musical.
Yeah.
I know, I'm like,
It's like, oh, she's getting at it. It's like
yo, what are you
just for
training for? I'm like,
You're the chef.
musical.
You'd be like,
as you're running, you're
like 525,600. Yes, that will be going down. I have a gym in the building where I live, so I feel like I have no excuse. But I'll do this thing, right? And this has been like since January, where I'll have like a good week of going there. I'll get there like 4 or 5 days. Then the next week I won't go at all. And then the week after that, I'll be there again 4 or 5 days. I'm like, girl, get it the fuck together.
yeah.
the consistency
Get
is
it
the hardest
together.
part.
The thing that kills me is like I've been going for a while. I can take a rest day or two. Why not take 3 rest days? You know what? The 4th is okay. You know what I'm saying? I got this going on. I'm going to the studio. Fuck it. I'll go next week. And then I just end up, it's just months without it. And it's like, damn.
Yeah.
Weeks go by and you're like,
Right.
I don't want that to happen anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I keep saying that. It's
Real
But-
easy to fall out of the habit.
yeah.
But I mean, taking this new approach and not feeling like I have to, crush weights every,
Yeah.
5 days a week is, I just switch it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like my main thing is to get my athleticism back, keep my lower body in check because I tore my Achilles like a few years ago, and
oh, damn.
yeah, trying to regain strength back in it again, which it's come a long way. I can still play at a high level. I'm just not
I know a
not
guy.
as
His name is Chris. I know a guy for that.
Yes. I'm not as explosive as I was. I'm not as quick. I can't jump as high, but I'm still getting it in. You know what I mean? So.
And then just for
all
like
work in
shows and
progress.
stuff too, like so you can be
Oh, yeah.
mobile on stage and
Right.
jump around,
Definitely.
go side to side, whatever. Like you
Yeah.
you can still have that mobility.
Right. It's
able
it's
to do
nice
that
to
stuff.
not chase after like how much mass can I put on? You know what I mean? How jacked can I get for the
Yeah,
summer?
because there gets a point where like it
gets
just
boring.
becomes, or that culture just becomes toxic to like our own minds and our
Yeah.
own image of
definitely
ourselves.
is,
That
yeah.
it's like, or maybe I'm just speaking for myself and I'm projecting, but
No,
sometimes
that's
it depends on like what you're focusing on and like how much, you know what I mean?
Right.
You're
Yeah.
like letting it take over, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. But I also don't need to lift like crazy heavy weights to reach the goal that I want either.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm trying to lean out and just, be stage ready in performance, hopefully,
And just be
get
overall
in tours
healthy.
and just
Yeah.
overall healthy.
Yeah,
Like,
Right.
Just reach for longevity.
yeah. And just the mobility piece of it too. Like my knees are trash. So like, I'm just trying to focus on like, making sure my knees are good, learning things to help, improve the flexibility. So so I can continue to play basketball at work, and keep up with the kids, and just stay healthy for my family, for work, for, for music, all that stuff. So.
Yeah.
And then when it's time to play 3-on-3, nobody wants to smoke. I swear to God, you
They
don't want it from
they
me.
don't. They're like,
No.
they're like, oh,
No
we're gonna play
way.
against you. Like we're gonna lose. I'm like, dude, we haven't even played yet. Like, relax.
Yeah.
Like, also, like, look at my team. Like, cause we mix up all the teams and stuff too. So it's like, yeah, like I'm playing but like I also don't. At least for night hoops, like I take control of the game sometimes, but at the same time, like it's not just for me.
Right.
Like it's for the, it's for my teammates too. Like, yeah, they may
Give
not
everybody
be,
else touches too.
yeah, they may not be
Yeah.
the best basketball players, but it's like, who cares? Like,
So what it's about at that point.
Right.
So I just like, I'll try to like set up shots for them. You know, I'll dance around or
Get
whatever.
rebounds, set
And
screens
then,
for 'em, play
dish
defense.
it off. Yeah, I did that to
Yeah.
one of the girls on my team last week. Like, she kept shooting. She kept missing. I would just like jump, tip it
Yeah.
back to her. She'd shoot. She'd miss again. I'd jump up again, tip it back to her. And like after like 3 shots, she finally hit it. I'm like, all right, cool. Like,
Yeah.
That's nice.
it's like, because it's not, it's not about.
It's fun to-
Once we hit the finals, though,
Yeah, no fucking around.
No.
Oh my god.
Smoke.
watch out.
It's funny because I feel like in natural life, like my baseline, I'm not a super competitive person. Like I'm just not. But with certain things, I get so crazy, like hyper competitive.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it's showtime. I'm coming to shut shit down. Like,
Beer pong. Beer pong's like that for sure.
I'm like, oh.
Like, bro, settle down. It's pool. Relax.
I'm like, no. I get like that in like
is
things that don't
pickleball.
matter, like 45s. Wait, do you guys know how to play 45s? The card game?
Not really, no.
No. Okay, never mind. 45s, beer pong. I get super good. Uno.
Monopoly.
Shit can go down
Monopoly,
in Uno.
yeah.
Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Uno, you lose friends.
Yeah.
Yo, you throw a couple of draw 4s, it's over.
No, I can. Yeah. Right.
It's a wrap. Like, especially if, like,
True.
I know
Bro,
Uno's.
I was done, bro.
Yeah, I had Uno. And
Give me half some fucking stack. Fuck you.
yeah. Or
I
you
hate
can't
those
draw a
draw
card.
fours.
Or you can't draw. I don't know how people play. Like I play. If you don't have a card to throw down, you continue to pick up until you have a card to throw down.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That was the.
No, you're by rules. You only pick up one card and you lose your turn.
Oh, am I mixing up two different
By
games?
by the rules, and I also play stacks. So if like you
What is that?
So if you have like 4 draw 4s in your hand, like I'm throwing all 4 down. So you got to draw 16.
That's awful.
Or if you have like
do
draw
that to people?
like draw 2s but different colors, oh, you betcha. So that's like a draw 8. Like
I
go
don't
ahead.
want to play with you.
Like but it's like the numbers are the same, so it's like reverse of like I play with like 2
No.
people, it's like reverse back to me, reverse back to me, reverse
Immediately,
back to
no.
me.
I am
so
never
I
playing with
eliminate
them.
like 10 cards on reverses, and then so I'll do like so I like set it up. It'll be like skip you 4 times. Like if it's just you and me playing, you and I, it'll be like skip you 4 times, draw 4, draw 2 8 times, draw 4
It's a
twice.
straight up stab to
And
the
then all of a
soul
sudden it's
right
like,
there.
Uno, game over. Here you go.
A part
Meanwhile,
of me,
you have the whole deck in your hand.
a part of me is like, all right, that's never happening. I'm never playing that game with you. And then the other part of me is like, but should you? So you learn his strategies.
Yeah. Well, I found a new Uno. It's like Uno Flip, I think it is.
Yeah, there's
or
like
Uno Dark or something.
There's like a remix one, and I played that like with my friend and his kids.
lot of
I
different
feel,
ones.
and I was like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
But it's like you throw a card down, and so the Uno cards are 2-sided. So there's like the like normal version, and then you like flip it over, and it's like draw 8 is like one of the cards. Like it's like a semi different version with like different rules and types of cards. But then like you flip it back, and then it's like, oh, normal Uno. But then you're like, oh, I want to go to the dark side. And
Not for me.
Yeah.
I played it for the first time. It was like pretty cool. It was actually pretty cool.
Don't you
Well,
dare
yeah, because
switch
you were
colors on me
probably
either.
winning.
But anyways, yeah. So good
Got a
time.
green one? I don't have a green one. Screw you. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, another game I haven't played in a long time, and I kind of forget how to play is like Yahtzee.
I love Yahtzee.
I don't know if I've ever played
I
Yahtzee.
love-
I've never
Yahtzee's easy.
played Monopoly to completion.
Yeah.
I played
I don't know.
Yahtzee's easy. Yahtzee's an easy one to learn. It's literally just like getting sequences of the dice. You have like 5 dice. You have to get like as max number of 3s as you can possibly get.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, once you do it, you cross it off your sheet. Max number of 4s, a straight. You know, or the max number that you can get out of 6 dice. If you can get 6 6s, like that's your score.
Mm-hmm.
If you can only get 5 in 1, that's your you would put that. That's all it is. It's just like it's kind of like luck, chance, some decision making on what you choose to use for what section of it.
I can't believe I've never played Yahtzee.
It's fun though. I like
Talk
it. I
about
like
throwback lyrics. We're talking about throwback games too. This is
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, Candyland. If we're talking
Oh,
shoots
yes.
and ladders,
oh,
bro.
I love it. Yeah. I loved
was a dope
Candyland.
Have you guys ever played Shots and Ladders? Because that's also an adult game, and it's obviously set up like Shoots and Ladders, but you're
It's a
taking
drinking game.
shots.
Yeah,
And
I've never. Yeah,
I still play
never
Scrabble.
played that.
I'm the nerd. Well, being words.
I was like, no, that's
love
not nerdy.
Scrabble.
That helps your brain, and plus you write lyrics. So
My
like,
wife
words.
hates it because she's like, oh, what the hell? Because I know words.
Are you winning every game you play?
Oh,
I'm not
100%.
playing with you.
She's like,
I'm a sore loser.
like
I'm
I would play against the songwriter, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Scrabble.
I love word games.
That's true.
I don't know if you played Perquacky, but like you have Perquacky.
What?
I think you have like. So yeah, you've never.
Is that English?
So I mean, there's like dice with like letters on it, and you roll the dice. You have a time limit, and you just like write down like whatever words you can unscramble in that amount of time.
No, never
We're
played
like,
it. No, I got nothing.
I'm like,
Trying to think
I'll
what
have to
other
bring it
games.
next episode.
Yeah, right.
Have
I was
a
gonna make a joke, and then I
Perquacky
was like,
segment.
no, it left, and now there's dead air.
There was another game.
Well,
that
the educational segment on how to play Perquacky.
Yes, thank you for your expertise and your knowledge. We
Right.
appreciate it.
Episode 52 of the Right Mind Wednesdays podcast.
We got Perquacky.
Perquacky. For all of those people who have been dying to know how to play Perquacky.
Like, life, please teach us. We need to
know.
We need it.
So in case you wanted to know how to play Perquacky, we'll be playing it.
Perquacky?
They got
Perquacky, yeah.
Cards Against Humanity down there.
Oh my god, I love that game.
I played Would You Rather. It's like an actual game, but like some of the options are like insane. It's like would you rather have like feet for eyes or like eyeballs for feet?
Oh, that could be really fun.
Or like would you rather
The
but it
game
gets,
not
like-
having eyeballs as feet. Sorry.
Yeah. It gets like super like cringy too. It's like, would you rather like stick your tongue in like razor blades that are dipped in lemon sauce, in lemons, or like super like cringy stuff like that,
That's weird.
or like
Sounds fun.
have like razor blades like that are dipped in lemons like put in your eye or something. Like weird.
I
like,
would have
scenario.
loved to have been the person to be getting paid to make these scenarios.
Yeah.
That was someone's
Oh,
job.
yeah.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
That would be amazing.
That would have been a great job.
That'd be
Like, what
nice
is
side
the
hustle.
sickest stuff that you can think of? Ready, go.
Right. Like, we're cutting you a check for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Things people get paid for.
Yeah,
We could do a whole podcast on that.
we could.
Oh, man. Episode 51, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a fun one.
It has.
It definitely has.
This may
bounced
be our
around a little
longest
bit.
one. I'll have to check the time. This may be our longest one. This may be close to episode 50, time-wise.
How long was episode 50?
It's like an hour and a half.
75 hours.
It felt like it.
I was like, though, whoever was editing that, I'm so sorry. My deepest regards. I'm so sorry.
It was almost good that it was just the one camera because I didn't have to do as much as far as editing. Because like I try to do like with the two, I try to
But
transfer
having
between.
that many, isn't that crazy? Like,
Oh, I sent it to Mikey, and Mikey just mixed the vocals.
oh, okay. 'cause
I went,
like,
here you go, do your best, go. It actually came out pretty well.
Good.
Like,
I'm excited. Oh, well,
vocal-wise.
as soon as I leave here,
yeah.
I'm going to watch it. So.
Definitely.
At the beginning, it's like
That's why I'm like, oh my God.
But eventually we kind of were like, but you could still like the good thing that I do like is like even though there's like 10 different conversations going on, like you could still pick out
Okay.
like what, like even like Mo's having one conversation over here, but then like y'all are having one over there, and like you could still hear both.
Okay.
And like pick them both out. You're like, I don't know, I'm gonna listen to Mo this time. Like so you just
Yeah.
like replay it and like pick which person you want
Right.
to listen to, and then obviously we kind of
And of course,
settle in.
Of course, the more the merrier too, because like you have more to work with.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
Put out more. It gives you more content.
Yeah,
true.
and the
Yeah.
perspectives was dope too. It was cool just to hear the perspectives of it. So, yeah, that was fun. And now we are here with 51.
We on the countdown to episode 100.
100.
Will
I
happen
know.
for a while, but it'll come up quick at the
Hey,
same
it's
time.
going to be sooner than
It did.
later,
It came
though.
up pretty
yeah.
quick.
Yeah, the next one will come out quick.
Hitting
for
up,
sure.
hitting 50 was pretty quick.
Yeah.
all of a sudden I was like, oh yeah, we got to film 50.
We gotta think of
Well,
something
I
bigger
can't
and
wait
bigger
to
each time.
see 100.
Yeah, I definitely want to do like a whole like bigger event.
I'm inviting myself to it. So
Oh, 100%.
thank you.
100%. But I definitely want, hopefully we'll be at a point where I can do like flashback reels and somebody can just take the footage and
You do a great job
More
with your
liquid death
content, though.
commercials.
Can
More
I
liquid
say
death
that?
commercials.
You do an excellent job, like with the content that you
try.
make, and
I
like,
try.
yeah,
it's a lot of work, but I try.
it is. So like, what I'm trying to say is, good job.
Thank you. Hey, we made it this far.
You did.
So here's to 50 more.
Here's to liquid death. Murder your thirst. If you are having a hard day, you gotta quench your thirst with this beautiful bury it alive. Bury alive that negativity. Drink liquid death. Quench your thirst. Murder your thirst. Naturally flavored.
The perfect outro.
Drinking water from the Alps.
Life on the rise. J.F.E.
What's up?
Kayla Schenk.
I was gonna say something, but I won't. Say
Thank
that.
you.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in. This is episode 51, Bright Mind Wednesdays podcast. Till next time, my name is Jay Faith.
My name is L.Y.F.E.
My name is Kayla.
We'll catch y'all next time. What's up?
Peace.